All right, everybody, we got another video. You guys are going to hear a sound in the background, buzzing sound. It is extremely hot here where I am. And like I said, we got fans and air conditioners going on. Man, these heat waves, man, they be tearing you up. Shout out to Texas. But anyway, so we got this and we got an interview from Sports Max. So go ahead and check out Sports Max TV. Shout out to them for this interview. Fair use. We're going to have this on the screen just to start off, and then I'm going to take it off because they're asking him how did he feel about the race and everything.
The only thing that I'd say, I should be more patient, because the way I should have run the race, I guess I didn't trust my speed like I should have, like previous times. But I know I'm inexperienced. It's not an excuse. I have to just adapt and overcome. Do a little better from here.
Okay, now you heard it from his mouth with Kishane Thompson. He said that, hey, look, you know, I'm not making an excuse, and that's good. He's owning up to everything there. He's not going to say, hey, look, I'm inexperienced, and therefore give me some leeway. He's holding himself to a standard. He's saying, hey, I should have performed better. Essentially, he said, it's me versus me. I lost that race because of me. See, I got caught up in the moment because of me. And when you go and look back at that race, you see this man straining. You see him in those last 70 meters or so, you see him gritting his teeth, gritting his teeth, gritting his teeth, stride by stride, and he's gritting his teeth. Now, some people are saying that he's shutting down and therefore he's not being able to do this because of muscle memory. And for those people, I say, well, if that's the case, how come? Now, I can see why it's doing it in practice, and in my own particular point of view, I can see why people would shut down. And I gotta say, I mean, aren't most of the athletes doing some sort of thing here? The problem with Kishane right now is not because of muscle memory where he shut down. Not in my opinion. The problem that is that he hasn't been challenged all year long. He's been injured most of the, he was injured last year and then nursing an injury this year. So therefore he wasn't fully trained and he's not raced. He's not raced to the point where he could psychologically handle other people. This has got to be a psychological game on top of it. He got out on Fred Curley in the semifinals. Then in the finals, he's like, man, this dude got up on me and I need to essentially make sure I'm on him. Because Fred Curley was a lot closer now with them being right next to each other than they were in the semifinal. And so he's right on his tail the entire time. He can hear him. He can see him in his peripheral. And what he was doing was he was paying attention to Curley next to him instead of paying attention like he said. Let's play this again.
Like I should have, like previous time. Run the race, I guess I didn't trust my speed.
He said he did not trust his speed. If he went through his normal acceleration, if he went through his normal transition and everything like that, then this could have been a different result for him. So we got to just keep that in mind here. We got to keep that in mind. So shout out to Noah Lyles for winning. Kishane Thompson, good job for second place to getting that silver. Now, I'm glad that he's holding himself to account because we can have a whole bunch of things. Now, Oblique Seville, we're going to get to him right there. I'm not going to play the words there because this is about mainly Kishane. It's just mentions of Lyles and everybody else. Now, here's the thing. Oblique Seville was like, yeah, I got a groin issue and I don't need to fix anything else. I believe that is the totally wrong mindset to have. That is the totally wrong mindset to have. Now, you see one person, he's over here. He said, hey, I ain't making excuses that I'm inexperienced. You know, I'm inexperienced, but hey, I should have still won. He didn't say it like that. He said it indirectly. He was like, yeah, I should have trusted my own speed. Trusting his own speed, get him that. Even if it was 1/100th of a second faster, hey, that's 1/100th and you won. Right? So he didn't trust his own speed. He did things a little bit different. Now, people are speculating, hey, Thompson shutting down all the time is doing that. But remember, the coach of Kishane Thompson also coaches women, right? And they seem to be doing pretty well. They were shutting down after about 60 meters. They're giving similar and same instructions as him. So maybe him, I'll give them this. Maybe him, that's some muscle memory for him. But I just say it was like a Shelly Ann Fraser Price. If somebody's with you toward the end of that race, there's a potential they could pass you up when you are somebody that gets out pretty hard. He's not in her type of rocketing out of the blocks. He gets out of the blocks very well, but it wasn't that type of race this time around. It wasn't that type of race this time around, and it's not like that for him most of the time. He gets out pretty good. He's not a rocket starter though. Now, getting back to Oblique Seville. He said he only had to fix that. I'm like, dude, yes, he's dealing with on and off injuries and stuff like that and niggles and whatnot. But at some point, let me do it this way. He made it to the Olympics and he finished fourth at the last 2 times he came out at major championships. And he's made a final this time. The way I look at it is he's kind of got to get through a lot psychologically, not just the physical. This man let up with a few meters left to the line. I don't know, because if he was getting a groin issue and that was later in the race, as it seems to be have indicated during the race, not leading up to the race like some people are trying to paint it, okay. One thing is, like some people say, why did he run so hard and then he get injured himself? He ran too hard. Oblique Seville is a semifinal champion winner. He comes in, he wins the semifinals, he gets through finals. He's not having much to show. Many people say that about Talou Smith, so we got to hold the same account here for where Oblique Seville runs his semifinals very, very well. And then he comes by in the final and he doesn't quite deliver, right, to people's expectations. Here, I'm looking at it like, this is the Olympics, happens once every 4 years. I'm here as an athlete. I would think, anyway, maybe I'm not him. I'm not his coach. I'm not whatever the trainer, everything they're saying to him, physical therapist. Maybe they say, hey, you feel something, just let up. He wasn't in the race. Because my best friend was like, yeah, he was in the race. I'm like, no, look at the splits. Oh, yeah, matter of fact, I should bring up the splits now. Give me just a second. Okay, and here are the splits right here. So we're looking at this right here, and let's go down to Oblique Seville, which is on the bottom of the page. Bottom of the page right here. So he was in third, fourth. This is at 30 meters, fourth. And then at 60, he's fifth. He's at 70 meters, he's at 7th place. Then he kind of gets back up to tied 6th. I mean, right toward at 70 meters, he's not showing it where he's hurting at all. But he had already started to fade already at 60 meters. What is he going to do? Because he's not known for accelerating after that 60. That's not him. He's not a person that knows to, well, technically it's decelerate, but you guys know what I mean. He's not known for closing down in that last 60 meters or the last 40 meters. So he already had faded. He wasn't necessarily even in the race. The best thing that he could do was try to hold on best he can to try to eke through with a medal. And even, I say best case scenario, he could have just got 4th. I couldn't have seen him again getting a medal. Not with the people that were there. Not with Noah Lyles. Not with Thompson, how he was looking. And Curly, he was putting up a fight the entire freaking time. So I'm like, okay, you getting Simbine? Look at how close Simbine and Curly were. So this one could have been the only one he knocks off. It's Jacobs. But like I said, best case scenario, he's getting 4th place. That's the best case. It was just too much pressure on him yet again. But I say this, the reason why I say it's a psychological thing here is that he let go and didn't finish through. He didn't try anymore. And I believe he did not try because he was too far back. If you're there, you see athletes at the Olympics. This is like a once in a lifetime thing for many people. You never know how season to season is going to play out. Look at how Johan Blake had the injury and it plagued him for what, a decade plus. Or yeah, a decade plus. So you got somebody and he's dealing with a groin injury that keeps recurring and everything. And I'm like, man, when I'm that close to the line at this big thing, I'm trying for that third. But if I didn't feel like I was there, I'm letting up. What do you guys think about that one? Because that's the way I looked at it. I looked at that race and I'm like, dude, he didn't seem like he let up until about 80 something meters, almost 90. Like, he's already past the 70 meter mark. Yeah, I don't see the reason why he would claim and say, oh, this is a growing thing. Were you feeling the growing thing the whole time? Because he made it seem like, dang, this really hurts there. But I'm like, I don't know, man. Now, getting back to Kishane, congratulations on him getting a silver. Noah Lyles obviously came away with this, and this is really going to pump up both of their stock, really. When they both got a very, very near identical time, that's going to be appearance fees all over the place. That's going to bring attention now to the brand of Thompson, right? So those are the two big dogs right now in the 100. They basically got the same time as this one. And then Thompson saying, hey, look, I lost the race because I wasn't really believing in myself. That's what that was. I didn't believe in myself. I lost the race. Believing in his speed is believing in himself, because his speed is him. So therefore, he didn't believe in himself. Noah Lyles did. Noah Lyles did. And so his preparation was there, and everybody else just had to take the L at this current moment. But Kishane Thompson, I think he's going to be a big, big threat if he can get that right. I can't say definitively right now, because I would like to say, yeah, he seems like he would in about a year or so from now, even at a Diamond League final this year. But again, being pressured, being around people, he's got to get more races with the big names, because everybody's saying, oh, Kishane Thompson to get it. Now it's proven he's got to get big names around him. He didn't expect Fred Curley to get a jump on him and be that close to him. That's the thing. If you get regular races, regardless if you win or lose or tie or draw, you get experience with them. So anyway, you've been listening to your host, Nick, and this is Head and Shoulders ATR, where we cover athletes, performances, and otherwise that are head and shoulders above the rest. I will catch you guys. There's the Johan Blake one. Forgot to take that image out. On the next one. Peace out.